Hello, Muscura and Service Titan. I wanted to touch base with you to show you our current purchase order process. This is something we just kind of adapted on our own, but now that I'm looking into Service Titan's purchase orders and just reflecting on our conversation, I just want to show you what we're doing, and then we can figure out what is currently being utilized in the current Service Titan PO platform and maybe what I find a little bit lacking from our operations. So what we do is we have our techs go into forms, and then they'll go down to what we refer to as a scheduling and purchase order form. So anytime that our technicians need to go back to a job for any reason, they'll fill out the scheduling and purchase order form. Majority of the time, it's because there's parts being ordered involved, but sometimes it's just simple scheduling. So what they do is they jump in the form. Client's names used through the smart field. That's all filled in automatically. They pick the supply house. The items ordered, they'll say, pipe or whatever it may be. The technician's name, the dates auto-generated, the date ordered, and then today's date fills in. Uh, the part delivery ETA is something that they have to choose based on what the supply house told them. And this is what's really important, these next two lines, which I feel like is missing. So what they're required to do is say how much time is needed on the return visit and if an apprentice is needed. So if a second set of hands is needed to help install the part. What this does is it allows our dispatch, so our receiving department receives the parts, processes the parts, and they're currently notifying dispatch, okay, the parts are here for job XYZ. Dispatch will be able to look at this form and say, okay, I know I need to send, this technician back. He needs 3.5 hours and he's going to need a second set of hands, so that when that technician leaves the job, he'll just come in one day and he'll be told, okay, grab these parts. Their job schedule, and he goes out and does it. So the technicians never really have access to schedule their own jobs, but if it's like an emergency scenario, sometimes they'll schedule over the phone through dispatch, but generally we're waiting for parts to arrive. And if that does happen, what's the date of that return visit? So they'll plug that in. And then this is just for our side. I don't really need this in the Service Titan, but that just helps our dispatch know if there's any back end work. And then the deposit, the balance due upon completion. All this is already taken care of as well through Service Titan. So, um, but we just have our techs fill it out just more of as a sanity check. So what I really see that is lacking, that's super important to us, and I don't know how other companies do it, is this section here, this hours needed, and if a second set of hands is needed, because that information, then the process just flows real smoothly for us. Parts come in, receiving guy receives it, confirms everything's here, passes it to dispatch. They look at this form that we're seeing right here. That's what flags. That's how they know how to schedule it based on this information, and of course the technician, which is already familiar with the job. So that's the everything else. I feel like I can build workarounds in Service Titan and kind of adjust our system to make it fit. But this is some information that is really helpful, at least from our perspective. And I wanted to bring that feedback on to you. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And thank you for taking and considering my feedback. Thank you.